Stotram properly? Who can recite? You know Mataji? Okay, maybe at the end we can recite that because there we have Lord Parshuram's references there. So any one of you can lead, rest all we will follow you. So, we will have the association of his gaze Jagat Sakshi Prabhu for next I think 2.5 whatever days we will have. So after this, as Prabhu told, we'll go to ISKCON temple. There Prabhu will be will be giving us association, and he will also give us katha. I heard from Mani Bhushan Prabhu that Jagat Sakshi Prabhu yesterday was in Palakkad, and day before yesterday he was in Srirangam. And so I don't know how he manages, but Prabhu आप बैठ जाइए ना. You sit somewhere. आप कितनी देर खड़े रहेंगे प्रभु? So they all are specially empowered souls. I think Lord and by Guru has empowered them so much that they can take off, so much. After coming from 2 days Srirangam Yatra, 2 or 3 days it was, no, Sanjay Nagar Yatra. And after that he has gone to yesterday Palakkad, which is 8 hours from here. I don't know today how come he came today morning. Prabhu has come yesterday only from Palakkad. He took the train. So I think they all have special mercy of Guru because they are spreading the, they are fulfilling the desire of their spiritual master. I think spiritual master is empowering them to do so much of austerity. हम लोग तो one night only we have come train. All of us are half tired. So I'm not sure how do they do. But really we will, as I don't know, how many of you have never heard Jagat Sakshi Prabhu earlier? Have never heard him? You have never heard? Only 1 or 2 people? Okay. So you will really. Okay. So he is ISKCON temple president, Trivandrum. So he will be giving his association to us. He is wonderful speaker in terms of giving wonderful katha. He has a unique style. So we will be hearing him for next, at least till day after tomorrow morning session we'll have with him. So at the moment we are sitting in Parshuram temple. To be honest, I don't know the history of this temple, but little bit whatever we know about Lord Parshuram, we'll try to, with my limited ability. I have not done much, I don't know much about Lord Parshuram also, but whatever we know. So Lord Parshuram is one of the, incarnation of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. So when we recite Dashavtar Stotra, in that also the reference comes for Lord Parshuram. So as far as I remember, Lord Parshuram is the son of Rishi Jamdagni, and his mother's name was Renuka, and he was so story which I remember is that once the Jamdagni Rishi was used to have one cow, Surbi cow. She was like a desire fulfilling cow. So she had one cow like that, and so there one king was Sahasrabahu. His another name was Kartavirya Arjun. So his reference comes with Ravana also. I don't know how many of you know that Ravana once Kartavirya. Yeah. So once Ravana has wanted to kill Karta, he just held it with his all 100. He had 100 hands. With that he has stopped the river. So Ravana wanted to kill him, but then he held Ravana with this thing. He was so powerful. So once he saw that cow which was having Lord Parshuram's father was having that cow. So he asked from Jamdagni Rishi to give that cow to him, which Jamdagni Rishi didn't want to give. And I think during that fight something happened. I think his father was killed or something like that. And Lord Parshuram became very angry. And I think king forcefully took the cow. And when Jamdagni Rishi retaliated, I think Kartavirya's son or he himself killed Jamdagni, something like that. And then after that, Lord Parshuram became very angry, and he took a vow to kill all the Kshatriyas. So Lord Parshuram has, to his credit, 21 times he removed this earth from Kshatriya. Kshatriya Vihin he did, because his, it is said that in his earlier life, Parshuram was given a blessing by, not blessing, it was an order by Lord Shiva to kill all sinful kings. So what is the reason? Maybe you can ask Jagat Sakshi Prabhu more. I don't have much information about Jagat Sakshi Prabhu, about Parshuram. But this specific region, Kerala, is known as Parshuram Kshetra, Parshuram Kshetram, or whatever they call in local language. So it is said that Lord Parshuram had taken out this area from Gokarna to Kanyakumari, this portion. Lord Parshuram with his Parsa, whatever they, yeah, axe, yeah, we call in Hindi, we call it Parsa, no? So with that he pulled from the ocean and he created this area of Kerala, which is known as Parshuram Kshetra. So maybe that is the reason we first got the darshan of Lord Parshuram. So for us, being a devotee of Lord Krishna, we all know the original source of all incarnation is Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karanam. So when being a Vaishnava, all the incarnations of the Lords are equally worshipable for all of us. I don't know how many of you remember that on the Akshaya Tritiya day is considered as the birth of Lord Parshuram. So we get an Akshaya Tritiya, we will get a big list what all happened on that day. Mother Earth came down. In that, one of the reasons being told, if I remember properly, is that Lord Parshuram appeared that day. And Lord Parshuram has been there in all incarnations of the Lord. The Katha of, maybe Mahendra Prabhu will be better to tell us the Katha of Lord, how Lord Parshuram met Lord Rama in that Lord Ram's, when Sita and Rama's Swayamvar happened, when this thing was, Shiva's bow was broken, Parshuram heard that sound and he became very angry and he came there. And there was beautiful, Ramcharitmanas has a beautiful conversation where Lakshmana comes in and he tries to argue with, I don't know if in Ramayana is in so much detail, it is there. I have read in Ramcharitmanas, it's a very beautiful conversation where Lakshmana tries to speak and provoke Lord Parshuram, and Parshuram at the end becomes very angry, and he, at last when Lord Ram sees that Parshuram is becoming very angry, he comes in front and he respectfully prays to Lord Parshuram. And at the last, then Lord Parshuram, to test if he is, he tells that, okay, I think Lakshmana says that he is Lord Narayana himself who has come as Lord Ram. So he tells that, okay, Lord Vishnu's, he has that bow. So he asks, okay, if you are really Lord Ram, you should tie the bow, because that was Lord Narayana's Sharanga, or Sharanga, that bow name, Lord Narayana's bow. And then when Lord Ram ties it, and then he realizes that it is none other than Lord Ram is none other than Lord Narayana only, or Lord Krishna. So like that, there is a beautiful this thing. In Mahabharata also, we know that story when Bhishma had abducted 3 daughters like Amba, Ambika, Balika to marry the Vichitravirya and Chitrangada. So he was looking for the bride and he goes to that, I don't know which kingdom was that. You remember that which kingdom these princes were? So Bhishma basically brings them, but then Amba, she says that she is already in love with the, I think, Shalya. So then Bhishma says, okay, you can go back. And when she goes back, then that king stops, he doesn't accept Amba. So then she comes back and she insists that I want to marry Bhishma, but Bhishma is already, he has taken the vow that he will remain, unmarried whole life, brahmachari. So he will not marry to protect the Satyavati, he had given that vow. No? So because of that, then she becomes very angry and she goes to Parshuram. And I think Parshuram is the guru of Bhishma, if I remember properly, I don't know, correct? So then Bhishma and Parshuram, actually Parshuram says Bhishma to marry Amba, but then Bhishma says no. So then there is a big war happens between Parshuram, then Parshuram says that you have to fight with me. And then Parshuram and Bhishma, they fight for a long time, and at the end Lord Shiva comes there and then he says that, okay, because I think Bhishma or Lord Parshuram takes some, I don't know, Brahmastra or some severe this thing to kill Bhishma, but then that Lord Shiva comes there and he tells that, okay, don't do that. And then Amba also gets disappointed and she kills herself and she said, I'll become the cause of killing of Bhishma. So there also we see that Parshuram comes. So in the Treta Yuga we see he is there, Dwapar Yuga we see, and he is one of the Chiranjeevis. Chiranjeevi means he never dies. So even at the moment he must be there somewhere. I don't know, maybe we should skip, we should find in scriptures where we can find Lord Parshuram. So for us to understand this is that, you know, Lord does so many beautiful leelas to make us get attracted to him. So Lord takes various incarnation, Lord does beautiful leelas, you know, either as Ram or Krishna or Lord Narayana, or you know, in South we hear the beautiful story. We'll hear the story of Padma Swami. We'll, you know, the last year we had gone to Guruvayur. So Lord keeps on doing beautiful leelas, so that devotees, for us, we are so material conditioned, we need some reason to get attracted. We are not attracted to the Lord. So by hearing these beautiful pastimes of the Lord, we all get attracted to the Lord. So all other reasons which Krishna has given in Bhagavad Gita, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, and you know, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam, all that reasons are fine. That is external reasons. But Acharya say the main reason for us to, for Lord to do these beautiful pastimes is so that we get attracted more and more to the Lord. So, you know, we'll hear a lot of beautiful kathas from Jagat Sakshi Prabhu. He is expert in that. But, you know, we are very fortunate to have come to this Punya Kshetra, where we have the Lord, the Supreme Lord, in the form as Padma Swami. And we'll be also going to the place Adi Keshava temple, where Chaitanya, actually this is one place where Lord Chaitanya came during South India Yatra. So he came to Padma Swami also, and before that he was in the Adi Keshava temple, where the famous Brahma Samhita, Lord has taken a copy of Brahma Samhita from that temple. So that temple we are going to visit. So that is a source for all of us. We chant, we recite Brahma Samhita all the time in our Abhishekam and all that. So Lord Chaitanya has found it there. And see, Brahma Samhita is a source for all our philosophy. Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy is given in Brahma Samhita. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha and Adiradir Govinda Sarvakaran. This Brahma Samhita establishes Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we will be visiting that temple tomorrow. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has personally visited this place. So for us Gaudiya Vaishnavas it becomes more important, because you know, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as himself, during the 2-year South India Yatra, Lord came here, and I think there are the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya here. I think Padma Swami temple, I believe so. And Adi Keshava also, I think the footsteps have been. So last year when we had gone to Guruvayurappan, so that time also there is near the Guru, their temple, there is a footsteps were there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Where all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has visited, we are establishing the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya. So we'll check with Prabhu in Padma Swami if it is there. As far as I know, it is there. So if it is not there, maybe then Adi Keshava, I think temple there, it must be there. So like that we'll be visiting all these places, and hopefully we all get spiritually nourished by having the darshan of the Lord and having the hearing the Krishna Katha. The best way to see the Lord is through ears. So whenever we come for any in ISKCON, the yatra means Shravanam. We come and hear Krishna Katha, and then we go. I hope Jagat Sakshi, I was telling in the other day meeting also, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagat Sakshi Prabhu always say, don't become like a Karela. Karela, you take it to Varanasi also, dip it in the Ganga, it goes back, it is bitter only. So we should not be like that, you know. So we should, some transformation we should happen when we are coming for this, any of this yatra. And in our circle, unfortunately, we didn't conduct any circle level yatra. I know individually many of you visited different places, but as a circle we could not do any yatra. So this is one opportunity for all of us to come together. It's also an opportunity to know each other, because generally we are stuck in our Bhakti Riksha. So please take this opportunity to mingle with others and you know others, and so that as a you know, only hope for devotees is association of devotees.